Welcome to my collage a day first post. This one has October's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and today's collages in there. The whole point of this is to find a way to remain consistent in my practice of coming to my planner and using it, not to plan, but actually to write out what I've done for the day. So it's my it's my log, and also to work through ideas for projects as well. I choose to do this in my planner because I feel like it allows me to take some pride in the design aesthetic aspects of keeping up with myself. It also allows me to infuse this like a ritual with like a level of creativity that otherwise my perfectionism would get in the way. Good morning. This is my unfinished collage for today. I hate it so much. I hate this so much right here. Penny doesn't care. But I wanted to show this phase of the work. It started off, I'm just going to tell you kind of how I go about this. It started off with this sticker here, and there's like a person blowing a horn there that I covered with the watermelon. And then this was actually with this. And then I put this here to kind of cover up the edge here. Originally I had this over on this line covering up the times. And then I took that off, and then I put this underneath, and then I was really happy that I decided to put this here because this color green makes me happy here. And when I saw this, it kind of combined these together. What I'm feeling was a mistake was this decision for this sticker. It was just too many colors and too many things going on, and I had to kind of like my like design sensibility says that I have to kind of like make that make sense. I like that this tones things down, and I don't even know if I'm going to keep this here. But right now I am like playing with an idea to kind of like bridge this right here, which I kind of like, but it feels so random at this end here. I also want to do something here and here. Yeah, it's a struggle today. We have our finished piece. I'm happy with it now. I scrapped that whole sticker and I replaced it with more of this paper that I have to glue on. It's not a sticker. And I incorporated that throughout here. I messed with this for a long time. I put other things on top of it, but it actually feels okay there now. I don't know why, but it just does. When I was teaching, October was the month that we did Inktober, and that was about teaching my students to have a consistent practice. And with consistency, instead of it being like you get much better, yeah, that's like an obvious, but consistency also allows you to make mistakes and not care about them as much because you know that you will get an opportunity again tomorrow to try again. Also, Inktober is done with ink, and ink is a permanent medium. And even though stickers are very much not a permanent medium, some of my paper is. When I glue it on, it's there. So I am kind of encouraged and challenged to work with what I have and to try to see new ways that a composition could unfold without, I guess, like completely starting over. So it's like you have to work with some of the pieces that are there now. And also it's interesting to see how a composition that started with one sticker as its like main point, as its foundation, could stray so far from that, to the end. I hope you liked seeing this process. Today began with a different type of design challenge. And then on my walk, I was inspired by these colors. Here's the beginnings, cutting it down, the first piece. This was a rough one today, and this is how it ended up. All right, finished one for the day. This one's interesting. I've had this paper, this like decorative paper out for 2 days now, and I thought I was going to use it. I have not used it. Maybe it'll come in. But I started off with this sticker, which I cut off and then added there. And then these all came from like this same page. I moved these around a little bit, and then I got this guy on there, and then I saw this, and I was wondering how to incorporate anything besides like a detailed design that I would like in here. And then I was like, okay, well, black and white makes a lot more sense. So I put that on there, and then this like washi tape I put for the times throughout the day, and then I kind of sprinkled that throughout. And I finished an entire Yoo-hoo stick, so go me.